Hey Miner fans, welcome to another edition of Chalk Talk. I'm Coach Ben Wallace, the head volleyball coach here at the University of Texas at El Paso. And this week we're going to talk through a few clips from our match in Charlotte, North Carolina. We flew across the country midweek to go play a really good, physical, dangerous team in Charlotte, and came away with the three-set sweep, but it wasn't for lack of a war or a battle. So we're going to jump right in here to these clips and talk a little bit about the things we were trying to get accomplished, but also some really pretty cool things offensively that we were able to see, and then one defensive play at the end that helped win us the first set with some creativity. In this first clip is of us receiving in our split pattern. We've been doing some different rotation setters for middles, and it's a little unorthodox, but it allows for us to be more creative and get a few more dangerous servers on the floor. And so we've been working really hard with Torrance. You see here in this split pattern, she has to pass serve receive here, and she's exposed as a young person as well as Sarah, and people have been attacking us, and we're getting better in the gym at being able to take tough serves and three pass them and get us a perfect pass so we can attack this volleyball where we want. And so you'll see here as the ball comes towards Torrance, she does a good job of getting her body in a position where she can take the ball off the left side of her body and not take it. It starts right at her. And so lately what we've been doing is kind of passing that ball up high. We worked really hard in the gym this week, and we continue to at dropping our shoulder down and taking it off the left side of our body and picking our leg up and getting this into the middle of the floor. And you see this three pass here. So when we run it back and just play it, now we're able to get this ball in the middle of the floor, and Maddie Gant, who is setter of the week this week because of sets like this, was able to locate this thing right on the antenna in a good area for Sarah to jump up and rip this ball off the edge of the block. And you see there with the touch right off the edge. She could have hit that in the hole if she wanted, but we knew that number 8 was going to stalk us a little bit and take the hole away. So we worked at hitting the ball off the edge a little more against this team, and this was early in the match, and we executed this really well for the point, and pretty proud of my team for 2 youngsters and actually 3 youngsters. That's 3 freshmen touching the volleyball there, and we're able to execute that pretty quickly in the match. In this next clip, this is another circumstance of us working really hard at things in practice to try to get opportunities for us to get kills and be better offensively. We've been working real hard on this passive angle. Ball starts on Sarah's right, and she's able to take it on her right, drop her left shoulder down, and make a passive angle to get this into the middle of the floor again. So we worked really hard at that this week, at getting the ball into the middle of the floor, and then Hande's able to locate this back set for Ollie in a great place once again where she can hit it where she wants. She can hit this ball line and cross, and even though Seven stalked us a little bit, Ollie went really sharp and pounded this thing in a really nice area of the floor. And so great execution again off the first ball side out stuff, which we were very good at all week this week. In this third clip, we got to give a little bit of love to Hula, who's had such a great year, and she's been so composed and been put in a position where she's put in the middle of the floor a lot in our serve receive patterns. You actually can't see her here until the ball gets served, but once the ball gets served, you see her kind of come out of nowhere in that pink jersey and go make an exceptional angle here to get the ball back into the middle of the floor. And we've asked her to do a lot in serve receive, which she's capable of doing. And she goes and makes a really good right angle here and gets the ball back into the middle of the floor on a tough serve. And we get this thing in the middle of the floor again, and Hande's able to isolate SP over there one-on-one against number 9. And SP takes this ball and just buries it sharp cross court, and nobody has a chance to even touch it because of the angle that she hit it at. And this is a tough set from the setter. She had to turn sideways, be able to grab it, and then locate is the key into an area where SP can jump up and bury this thing over here sharp cross court. And that was a pretty special play from the three of those players, from the pass to the middle of the floor to Hande grabbing that thing to SP jumping up and burying it sharp where no one can touch it. A really exceptional first ball side out again. In this last play, which was maybe one of my favorite plays of the whole match, it was actually the end of the first set, and we had run out of subs, and so we had to have Kaya Weaver, our freshman middle blocker, playing in the back row. We had sided a couple of points out, and at 28-27, Alyssa Cianez had to go to the front row. So when you see in this clip here, we've got Alyssa Cianez and Hande are in the front row, 2 players that are not normally playing in the front row for us. And then SP is the only real attacker or front row player in the front row right now. And so what happened was we ran out of subs, and so those players had to play in the front row. So in this clip, as we start it, Sarah serves a tough ball and gets them out of system. And as you notice here, we got Hyundai blocking in the middle. Hyundai's gonna block in the middle with SP, but we've got 3 defenders over there digging cross court. Sarah makes a really nice dig, and we're locating to SP back here, basically with 2 blockers on her own because she's the only attacker in the front row. So as this goes, SP takes a nice swing off the edge, and it comes back over the net for us, and Peppa plays it, and Hyundai now decides, I'm in the front row, I'm gonna try to dump on my own, and she kind of flips this thing down to the floor, and they make a dig on it here, and it comes back over again, and they try to set the ball over the top of Alyssa Cianes, but we just back up and dig with 3 or 4 defenders there. Hula makes a really nice dig, and then we get a creative set here from Hyundai, another scramble dig, and then finally you'll see here SP gets real creative, and she decides, I'm gonna come inside and I'm gonna run off 1 foot in this circumstance. Once again, with 2 attackers in the front row that are not normally playing there, the setter and the defensive specialist. And we set a slide here for SP, and she buries this thing for the win in the set. So we ran out of subs. We had a freshman middle playing in the back row. We had a DS in the front row, and our setter playing at middle front. SP had to kind of do it all on her own. She was able to be creative, and we dug a couple of balls to get her the swing to end the set, and we win 29-27 and end up sweeping a pretty good Charlotte team on the road. So proud of my team's creativity, and also proud of my team's ability just to problem solve, because a lot of times it's real easy just to say, well, we're not used to being up there in those circumstances. So pretty good and unique play that doesn't normally happen unless you get late in the set and you run out of subs. So pretty fun play there. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Chalk Talk here, and we're going to keep trying to find ways to show you guys how we're getting better as a team, but also some insight into the world of college volleyball, that it's not just pop it over there in bounds and hope the good things happen, but we have a plan every single time we get out there and play, and showing the growth of our young team as we move forward to try to win a conference championship here. We got a tough weekend ahead with North Texas on the road on Friday, and then another matchup of a battle or a war on Sunday in Houston against Rice. So come out and cheer us on, and we'll look forward to another episode of Chalk Talk next week. Picks up.